The second property, part to this property is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. Okay. Now, if you recall, how do you remember this property? If you recall, with the help of your compound angle formula, you can remember. If you remember the compound angle formula for tan A plus B.
Yes, sir. It
Okay.
resembles to.
Yes. Tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. Okay. Now, if you see, if you have a plus sign here, so you have a plus sign here, and you have x plus y means tan A plus tan B. So you have a plus sign there also. And in the denominator, if you see, you have a negative sign here, and so you have a negative sign here. So you can compare this with this. And similarly, you could compare tan A minus B also. Okay, that is why last year I had told you that if you have to remember all the compound and multiple angles well, so that we can use it in class 12 next year. Okay, so this was the property, and but the restriction here is that both the denominators of this must be positive. Okay, that is, for you have different restrictions for these two. You can only use the first formula when 1 minus xy is positive. Okay, and you can only use this formula when the denominator of this tan inverse part on the right hand side is positive. Remember this. Okay, now I'll just discuss the proof of one. Let us discuss the proof of the second one. Okay, we need to prove that tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x minus y by x plus y. I start by saying let alpha is equal to tan inverse x and beta is equal to tan inverse y. That means x must be equal to tan alpha and y must be equal to tan beta. Okay. Now, in order to derive the formula, because I see that in the proof I have a negative sign here, I'm proving the second part, I have a negative sign here. That is why I must have, if I consider this as alpha and this as beta, I have considered, so I have a negative sign. That means I must use the negative angle formula for compound angle. So I use tan alpha minus beta. Because I have a negative sign here, that is why I am using a negative sign here, tan alpha minus beta. Okay. So we have tan alpha minus beta is equal to tan alpha minus tan beta by 1 plus tan alpha tan beta, which is, now put the values of tan alpha and tan beta. If you put the values, you will get x minus y by 1 plus xy. So what are you getting? You are getting tan alpha minus beta is equal to x minus y by 1 plus xy. That means alpha minus beta must be equal to tan inverse of this from the fundamental property of inverse trigonometric functions. Okay. So that means what is alpha here? Alpha here is tan inverse x and beta here is tan inverse y. Okay, tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus x, which is the required proof. Okay, so you can proceed with the proof of the first part in an exactly similar manner. Okay, now what follows is an example of uh, how to use this as an example to solve a particular sum. Let's say the sum here, prove that this is a problem. The first problem is tan inverse 3 by 4 plus tan inverse 3 by 5 minus tan inverse 8 by 18, 19, sorry, 8 by 19 is equal to pi by 4. This is what you need to show. Okay. And the second one is sin inverse 12 by 13 plus cos inverse 4 by 5 plus tan inverse 63 by 16 is equal to pi. Okay, these two. Solution for the first one. Okay, we start from the left hand side. Tan inverse 3 by 4 plus tan inverse 3 by 5 minus tan inverse 8 by 19. Okay. Now see here, we are going to use tan inverse x plus tan inverse y formula for these two. But remember, I can only use the formula if the restriction is satisfied. What was the restriction here? If you recall from here, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Only if 1 minus xy is greater than 0. So we'll check whether 1 minus xy here is greater than 0. Okay. So how to check? So here, this you can consider this one as x, you can consider this one as y. So here 1 minus xy 3/4 into 3 by 5 is equal to 1 minus 9 by 20, which is if you take the LCM, it will obviously be greater than 0. That means the condition is satisfied. That means I can use that formula here. So therefore, I will use this formula. LHS is here. Now I can write tan inverse of 3/4 plus 3/5, that is tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus x into y. Okay, minus tan inverse 8 by 19. Okay. So once I have written this, you can simplify this, the first tan inverse, to get 27 by 11. Okay, you take the LCM in the numerator and the denominator, you will get 27 by 11 minus you get tan inverse 8 by 90. Now also see that this time I'll have to use tan inverse x minus tan inverse y formula, but not before checking that 1 minus x 1 plus xy is greater than 0. So 1 plus x is 27 by 11 and y is 8 by 19. Obviously, the sum of this will be greater than 0. Whatever it comes, it will be positive, definitely. That means now I can use tan inverse x minus tan inverse y formula. So tan inverse x minus tan inverse y formula is tan inverse x minus y divided by 1 plus x into y. Okay, this is your tan inverse x minus tan inverse y formula. I take the LCM in the numerator and denominator. You're going to get 425 by 425. This is going to cancel. Yes, ultimately get tan inverse 1, which is equal to tan inverse 1, you know, is tan pi by 4 is equal to 1. Therefore, pi by 4 must be equal to tan inverse 1 is equal to pi by 4, which is equal to the right hand side. Any questions? Work out the second one. No questions?
No, sir.
Work out the second one. If you see in the second question, you have sin inverse 12 by 13 plus cos inverse 4 by 5. So the first function, if you see, first function, you see the sin inverse, second function is the cos inverse, and the third is the tan inverse. So remember, whenever you see this kind of a problem where sine inverse, cos inverse, and tan inverse are added or subtracted, okay, it is always better to change sine inverse and cos inverse to tan inverse. Okay, and you know how to convert, given sine inverse, how to convert to tan inverse, given cos inverse, how to convert to tan inverse. You will convert them to sine inverse to tan inverse, cos inverse to tan inverse, and then proceed. Okay, so let's start with this second one. Left hand side is equal to sine inverse 12 by 13 plus cos inverse 4 by 5 plus tan inverse 63 by 16. Okay, you start by saying let alpha is equal to sine inverse 12 by 13. That means you get sine alpha is equal to 12 by 13. Draw the triangle. In this triangle, sine theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Let us take this as alpha. This becomes 12k. This becomes 13k. And obviously, if you work out with Pythagoras theorem, this should become 5k. Okay, by Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, what do you get here? What is tan alpha here? Tan alpha is 12k by
5.
5. Means which is 12 by 5. That means alpha is tan inverse 12 by 5. Okay. Similarly, for the second one, you work out by if you want to convert cos inverse to tan inverse, let's say beta is equal to cos inverse 4 by 5. That means cos beta is 4 by 5. Again, the triangle here. Let's call this angle as beta. This is my right angle. So this is base by hypotenuse. So consider this as 4k, this as 5. If you work out by Pythagoras theorem, this should come out to be 3k, this length, right? So therefore, tan beta is equal to 3k by 4k, which is equal to 3 by 4. That means beta is tan inverse 3 by 4. Now you put this value in the left hand side. Therefore, LHS is equal to sin inverse 12 by 13. We found this out to be tan inverse 12 by 5. Cos inverse 4 by 5. We found this out to be tan inverse 3 by 4.
3 by 4.
And this tan inverse we write as it is. So all the inverse trigonometric functions, sine inverse and cos inverse, we converted to tan inverse. Everything becomes tan inverse. Now we proceed exactly as we had done in the last problem. Okay, so here we'll just check. Since we want to add up, say, these two first. Okay, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So we'll check whether 1 minus xy is greater than 0. So here 1 minus 12 by 5 into 3 by 4 is equal to 1 minus 36 by 20. Okay, so this is 1 minus 26 by 20. Okay, this does not come to be,
Less than 1.
this is less than 1. So that means you cannot add up these two. That means let us try the next two, that is the first and the third. Okay, so let's try the first and the third. Let us try to add up these two, first and third. So here, let us write this first in order, then we'll try to add up. Equal to tan inverse 12 by 5.
So again minus. then it
Sure.
is also not possible. Yes, 75 into 16 is obviously small than 12 into 63.
Okay, then this problem, if it is coming, then this problem has to be used. We have to use the other formula where 1 minus xy is less than 0. But then that is not in our
But
syllabus.
we can use, we can, what, combine second and third.
Second and third,
No, then also.
even then. So actually what happens is, I have not stated the result, but anyway, it should come. Uh, what I have not stated is that if you are not getting, then you can, this is not there in your syllabus, but you can take a note of this, that whenever you're adding up tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, okay, where 1 minus xy is less than 0, just as we are getting here in this case, then the formula is actually pi plus tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Actually, this is not there um, in your syllabus. Okay, you're not expected to use this. But since in this problem somehow they have given this, I don't know why. So we'll skip this problem though, but you know the method how to do it. So this is for the first one, and the first second one, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to again pi plus tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy, where the denominator is negative. Okay, this is the result that you should be using. Okay, um, this is minus pi. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to minus pi plus. So these two results are not there in your syllabus, but you are expected to use here. So that's okay. I overlook this sum. But if the conditions are satisfied, you will just proceed as you had done in the last problem. Okay. We move on to the next result. Okay. So this is not a property. In fact, these are formulas. Okay. And in these formulas, we'll be using your multiple angle. The first formula here is the first, and in fact, the only formula, 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square is equal to sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x square, okay, is equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. See, if you remember your multiple angle formula, then this formula is no big deal to remember. Okay, if you just remember your multiple angle formula well, then you actually don't need to remember this result. Okay, you just try out with the proof. If you remember the proof, and if you know your multiple angle formula, easily you can convert this 2 tan inverse to tan inverse, because see here, 2 tan inverse is getting converted to tan inverse. Again, 2 tan inverse is getting converted to sin inverse. Again, 2 tan
Sir,
inverse is
it
getting converted
resembles
to,
tan to x,
yes, exactly.
tan
It
to
remembers
theta.
some multiple angle formula. Okay, so if you remember these multiple angle formulas, you will be able to do it. So let's try out the proof so that you know how to convert. Okay, so we're starting with 2 tan inverse. So I say let 2 tan inverse x is equal to theta, because 2 tan inverse x is given to you. So I say let 2 tan inverse x is equal to theta. That means what do I get? Tan inverse x is equal to theta by 2. That means I get x is equal to tan theta by 2. Okay. For the first part, if you see, I have to convert tan inverse to a tan inverse, right? And I also have a multiple of tan inverse here. That means this is referring me to what? This is referring me to the fact that I have to use a multiple angle formula where tan gets converted to tan. And what is that multiple angle formula? we have tan theta is equal to
tan
2
theta,
tan theta by 2
2 tan theta by 2
by
by
1 minus
1
tan square
minus
theta by 2,
tan
isn't it?
square theta by 2. Yes,
Because tan is getting converted to tan, that's why I'm using, because here I have a tan and here also I have a tan, isn't it? All tan I have, that is why. So I'll just put the value here now. 2x by 1 minus x square. Okay. So that means tan theta we get this. That means, so what is theta here? Theta is equal to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square.
1 minus x square.
So if you see here, I started with let theta is equal to 2 tan inverse and I got theta is equal to this. So therefore, hence theta is equal to 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. So I have finished the first part of the proof, right? Now I move on to the second part. That is where I have to convert this tan inverse to a sine inverse, right? So again, I say we start again with this part. That is 2 tan inverse x is equal to theta. So we have as above, x is equal to tan theta by 2. Now see that here we have to convert tan inverse to a sine inverse. Do you remember any multiple angle formula that relates tan and sine? Remember
Yes, sir.
which one? Tell me.
Tan sine 2 theta is equal to 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square.
Exactly. So we use that sine 2 theta is equal to 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. But since we have a tan theta by 2 here, so we'll simply use a sine theta. So we'll write this as sine theta is equal to 2 tan theta by 2 by 1 plus tan square theta by 2. Understood? So we'll put their values here, 2x by 1 plus x square. So that means what are we getting? Theta is equal to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. So hence what are we getting? Hence theta as above we have 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square is equal to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. So two parts are over. The last part is only left. And the last part is you have to convert this tan inverse to a cos inverse. Okay. So we start again with 2 tan inverse x is equal to theta. So we write again, we have as above, again as above. X is equal to tan theta by 2. And remember, we have to convert this tan to a cos inverse. What multiple angle relates tan and a cos? Which multiple angle? Which multiple angle relates
1
to a tan and
minus
a cos?
tan square theta by 1 plus tan square.
Yes, exactly. So we have cos theta is equal to 1 minus tan square theta by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square theta by 2. We put this, so 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. So therefore, we have theta is equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. So hence, this completes the proof. We started with 2 tan inverse x. In the first part, we proved it is equal to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. In the second part, we proved it is equal to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. And the last part, we finished just now. We showed that theta is also equal to 1 minus cos inverse 1 minus x square
x square by
by
1
1
plus
plus x
x.
square. Okay. So this is how these proofs are very, very simple. Okay. Now, but only you will have to remember is that when doing these proofs, which multiple angle you want to use, which inverse function you are converting to which, and therefore which uh, inverse function to use. So let us see one problem here based on these problem. Evaluate tan 2 cot inverse x. Okay, evaluate tan 2 cot inverse x. So we start with this tan. So we have tan 2 cot inverse x. You convert cot inverse to a tan inverse. How do you convert? Tan cot inverse x can be written as tan inverse 1 by x, right?
Yes.
Now again, see that I have a tan here. If I bring a tan here, then they will nullify each other, isn't it? But I have a 2 tan inverse. So what I'll do is I'll use this property, that is this one, that is 2 tan inverse gets converted to tan inverse.
Tan inverse.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write this as tan of, because this is 2 tan inverse 1 by x, using the first result, I can write this as tan inverse 2x. Here x is 1 by x divided by 1 minus x square, right? I can write it in this manner from that result. Now tan and tan inverse will nullify each other. You have tan here, you have tan inverse here. This will simply come to twice 1 by x divided by 1 minus 1 by x whole square, simply. Now you simplify this. I take the LCM in the numerator and the denominator. You'll get 2x by x square minus 1. That was as simple as this. Okay. Let us do the next, discuss the next set of formula, which is this time formula relates to your triple angle formula. The set of formulas here under this will be 2 sine inverse x is equal to sine inverse 2x root 1 minus x square. The next one is 2 cos inverse x is equal to cos inverse 2x square minus 1. Okay. Third one is 3 sine inverse x is equal to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cube. The fourth one is 3 cos inverse x is equal to cos inverse 4x cube minus 3x. Can you recall which formulas we have to use here? 3 tan inverse x is equal to which multiple angle formulas we have to use? Can you recall, but just by looking at these? One minus 3x square. Let us try out the first one. Proof 1. I start by saying let theta is equal to let 2 sine inverse x is equal to theta. That means sine inverse x is equal to theta by 2. That means x is equal to sine theta by 2. Okay. Now see, this is a multiple angle formula where we need to convert sine inverse to a sine inverse. So which multiple angle relates sine inverse to a sine inverse? If you remember, 2 sine theta, sine 2 theta, 2 sine theta is equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. But the problem here is we have a cos theta here, isn't it? So therefore, what you can do is you can find cos theta by 2 from here. So therefore, what is cos theta by 2? Cos theta by 2 is root over of 1 minus sine squared theta by 2, which is equal to root 1 minus x squared, right? Now we can use the multiple angle formula. So we have sine theta is equal to 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Okay. So now just put the values. 2 sine theta by 2 here is x, and cos theta by 2 is root 1 minus x squared. So that means what is theta? Theta is sine inverse 2x root 1 minus. Hence, theta is equal to, we started with 2 sine inverse x and we finished at sine inverse 2x root 1 minus x squared. This was the proof of the first one. Let us finish the proof of the second one also, where you have to convert cos inverse to a cos inverse. So again, we start by saying let 2 cos inverse x is equal to theta. That means x is equal to, just as above, you can say x is equal to cos theta by 2. Now see here, we are converting cos to a cos. So which multiple angle relates cos to a cos? We have, if you remember, cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1, isn't it? So we can write cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. Now put the value, you get 2x square minus 1. So that means what do you get theta? Theta you get cos inverse 2x square minus 1. Hence, the second part of the proof is also done. Hence, theta is equal to 2 cos inverse x. And we finished at cos inverse 2x square minus 1. So this is also done. Now let us see the third part of the proof, and this should be our last for today. The third part of the proof, if you can do 3, you can do 4 also. Okay, so let me just show you 3. You can do 4 on your own. Third part is 3 sine inverse x. So what do you see is that this number here is triple. Here these were 2. That is why we used double angle formulas. But here, since this number is 3, here we have to use the triple angle formula. Okay, that is what you must remember. So I start again by saying let 3 sine inverse x is equal to theta. That means sine inverse x is equal to theta by 3. That means x is equal to sine theta by 3. Now, if you remember your triple angle formula for sine 3 theta, if you remember this formula, sine 3 theta was 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta, right? This was a triple angle formula we are going to use here. So we have sine theta is equal to 3 sine 1/3 the angle theta by 3 minus 4 sine cube theta by 3. Just put the value. Sine theta by 3 is x here, so 3x minus 4x cube. So that means what is theta? Theta is equal to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cube. So hence theta, we started with 3 sine inverse x and we finished at 3x minus 4x. For the fourth one, I will not work out the proof. I'll just write the which formula to use. So here use cos theta is equal to 4 cos cube theta 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. It's triple angle formula, theta by 3, sorry. Okay. Use this and you'll be able to get your the fourth result. Okay, and only the last result is left, which I will finish. Should I finish today? I think should not take long to finish it. You can start with the next set of formulas in the next class. So I say let 3 tan inverse x is equal to theta. That means I get x is equal to tan theta by 3. Okay, now what is a triple angle formula for tan? If you remember, we have, if you remember, tan 3 theta is equal to 3 tan theta by 1 minus 3 tan square theta, isn't it?
Yes.
So we'll use this. So we have tan theta is equal to 3 tan theta by 3 divided by 1 minus 3 no, sorry, this is 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta divided by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. So this is 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 3 divided by 1 minus 3 tan square theta by 3. So put the values here, 3x minus x cube by 1 minus 3x square. So therefore, what do we get? Theta is equal to tan inverse 3x minus x cube by 1 minus 3x. Hence, theta, we started with 3 tan inverse x. And we finished at tan inverse 3x minus x cube divided by 1 minus 3x. That finishes all your proof for this part. Okay, we stop here for today.